Going to go. Apparently, Trump's going on is going to tape a thing with Joe Rogan. Do you think she should do that?
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist, and I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about Donald Trump being a fascist.
Well, am I wrong, Angela? Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
What's going on, guys? Like, you got me messing up my intro because I saw part of this clip and I was laughing. Charlamagne the simp, okay, the Kamala simp, probably the biggest simp that Kamala Harris has. It might be a tie between Charlamagne, Roland Martin, and D.L. Hughley. I don't know, maybe throw a little bit of Ricky Smiley in there. It's like all of these lame behind black men that is effectively become like the boule, the bourgeois black men out here that supporting Kamala Harris that don't care about what anybody's saying they can't afford groceries, rent, housing, energy. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about jobs with all the illegal immigration, people getting potentially drafted into war. We're on the brink of World War III. They don't care about none of that. Instead, they just want some sort of symbolism and they're Trump deranged as hell. That's pretty much all that these people have going for them. And Charlamagne is over here arguing with Anderson Cooper. Okay, this is right after her disastrous town hall where Anderson Cooper actually held Kamala Harris accountable, especially on the border crisis. And she screwed up on even basic questions like, well, what's a weakness of yours that you could see yourself wanting to improve upon? This dummy idiot couldn't even think her way through that. She can't think her way out of a frick paper bag, guys. She sucks. Charlamagne, for some reason, went on here with Angela Rye and was debating Anderson Cooper, probably because they salty that he made Kamala look stupid just the other night. But without further ado, let's go ahead and react to it. It's got a pretty intense for whatever reason. So let's take a look.
Apparently, Trump's going on is going to tape a thing with Joe Rogan. Do you think she should do that?
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist, and I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump.
This person is stupid already. You need to focus on what you're going to do, why you're so much better, not why the other person is bad. Trying to get people to vote against somebody, that's all the Democrats got. A bunch of Project 2025 lies, invoking Hitler. I mean, making ish up, that's all they got. That's the reason why they're getting their ass kicked. Because Americans don't care about all of this stuff. They want to know how the economy is going to improve. And I guess when that argument doesn't work, revert back to just calling them names. Okay.
Because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why we're talking, why we want to elect somebody who's talking.
When did he say it was okay?
Talking about mass deportation. I don't know why we're having this conversation about somebody who wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. Aren't we supposed to be a patriotic country? Whenever somebody like Colin Kaepernick takes a knee in this country, everybody talks about, oh, that's...
I mean, you know what? It's all starting to make sense. I mean, for crying out loud, we're over here trying to debate with a dude who used to sell crack for a living.
Well, when I was younger and I was doing things I had no business doing in Moncks Corner, South Carolina, like selling crack, I used to I used to have an alias, and my alias was Charles, because like I come from a really small town. And so the people that would pull up to buy drugs from me, even though they were buying the drugs, they would still go and tell my parents.
Well, I was going to say, you have come a long way from selling crack on the corner in South Carolina.
So unpatriotic, but a guy can say he wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election and nobody cares?
And
like even me bringing it up now, you brought it back to Kamala and Joe Rogan. Anderson?
Yeah.
Who gives a damn?
Well, I mean, I think you give a damn who's elected president, and
yeah,
I'm
especially
asking
if that president is a fascist. That's talking about putting people in camps. That's talking about...
When did he say that? He's never said that.
Once again, terminating the Constitution.
He never said that either.
Overthrow the results of an election. That's talking about, jailing his political opponents.
Never said that either.
Doesn't scare people?
Well, we talk about this every single... This is what
I don't think
I've been talking about this every night.
I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about, Donald Trump being a fascist.
Well,
am I wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
That's no,
Go
that
ahead,
is.
Anderson Cooper turning up.
But to say that we're sitting around discussing
Anderson Cooper, y'all know Anderson Cooper gay. Anderson Cooper like, wait a damn minute.
What did he say?
He like, I know y'all ain't about to. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me calm down. I didn't see that part of the clip before, okay?
Constitution to overthrow the results of an election.
I
That's
can't
talking about,
breathe.
jailing his political opponents. Like that rhetoric doesn't scare people.
We talk about this every single. This is what
I don't think
I've been
y'all
talking
talk
about
about
this
it
every night.
I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about Donald Trump being a fascist.
Well,
am I wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Ooh, I like that.
That's, no,
Go
that,
ahead,
that is.
Anderson.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours.
Okay.
But to say that we're sitting around discussing is Kamala Harris black, like
I've seen that. I've seen those
that's
roundtable
definitely
discussions
on.
a lot. Now
That's
that's
true.
bullshit, Anderson. For you to say that y'all don't have those conversations.
I've never asked somebody is.
Oh, I'm not saying
Kamala
you.
Harris
I
Not
said the
you.
network.
He said the network. He
I don't
did say
think
the
anyone
network.
I don't think any anchor on this network has been going around saying is she black?
Y'all have never
It's
had
definitely,
we have
been.
had look. I'm sure we have had nutty people or people who have strongly held beliefs who I may disagree with, who
Yeah.
somewhere on some panel have said something, but
Yeah.
I will just
But
speak up for what I do on the show. I do believe it's important to get people different viewpoints as long as they're willing to have a legitimate conversation. What I don't like are surrogates who come out and just spout talking points that they don't even believe, and those are people I try to eliminate from having ever on the air again.
I think no network has honest conversations about Donald Trump. Nobody's had honest conversations about Donald Trump since 2016. I saw last night they were talking about, the double standard that exists between Donald Trump and the vice president. But it's always a double standard with Trump, whether it's with Hillary, whether it's, against Biden, now with
Hillary
Kamala.
Clinton is a known criminal. This lady had a private email server and destroyed the evidence. What the hell?
We talk about him being a threat to democracy, but we don't treat him like one.
I don't know what you've been watching, but I don't know of any Trump supporters out there or people who like him who are tuning in to me every night to try to get, to be validated in their opinions. I don't know. I don't know. I disagree.
I don't think it's about validating. What you mean, validating the Trump?
Well, you're saying that we're not. That I guess you're saying I'm not discussing all the things he is saying and doing and pointing it out.
This guy, guys, the clip just ends right there abruptly, but guys, this dude is delusional. Again, like I said, dude used to sell crack on the street. Nobody should take this dude seriously. I understand that people go through phases in life. This is a long time ago. Okay, Charlamagne is he's well into his 40s. Okay, but however, a lot of the stuff that they judge Trump for is stuff like Central Park 5 happened, I think, the early 90s? It's 2024, so you're talking about something that happened 30 years ago. And same thing, there's so many things that they're trying to put his feet to the fire. And the level of Trump derangement is off the chart. They basically just had a Trump deranged conversation. Oh, we talking too much about how black Kamala Harris is. What the hell? I do clips from CNN on this channel damn near every day. And that's a topic that they brought up technically a few times because they said Donald Trump has brought it up, or they said other voters have brought it up. But the main thing that they do almost around the clock is pure Trump derangement. And this dude says it's not enough. Hillary Clinton just today says at the Madison Square Garden event out in New York happening this Sunday is some sort of Nazi rally.
And one other thing that you'll see next week, Caitlin, is Trump actually reenacting the Madison Square Garden rally in 1939. I write about this in my book. President Franklin Roosevelt was appalled that neo-Nazis, fascists in America were lining up to essentially pledge their support for the kind of government that they were seeing in Germany. So I don't think we can ignore it. Now,
Guys, these people are nuts. That was a really weird exchange. This is why you can't take the crack seller seriously. You can't take the crack seller seriously. He must have been selling something to Hillary Clinton because she lost her damn mind. He must have been selling something to somebody in the White House because if you recall, they found some cocaine. I don't know if it was crack cocaine, but they found cocaine in the White House. Can't remember if it was powder or was it crack. I can't remember, but they found cocaine. So was Charlamagne the simp in the White House at some point. I don't really know, guys, but this guy is a Looney Tune, okay? Like, he's a dummy. I really don't think that this guy is very intelligent at all, and I'm not even sure if he's attempting to pass for intelligent or if he's just trying to have pure Trump derangement. I feel like a lot of people have an idea of what politics is. I think that's why I feel like people are kind of tanking the Kamala campaign without realizing it, because I feel like in their mind, they feel like politics is just smear the hell out of the opponent, say things that aren't true, and just stick to your story. And it's not that simple. You gotta pivot on your feet. If something just isn't adding up, like you keep saying terminate the Constitution, it makes no sense. Trump is always talking about protecting rights in the Constitution, so it doesn't make sense to say he wanted to terminate the Constitution. It's just not believable, guys. Like, this guy is in a bubble. How do you talk to this many people? Because Charlamagne's on TV all over the place. How do you talk to this many people and be in such a bubble? I think it's because he's busy talking to them rather than listening to them. But those are just my thoughts. So let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
You know, we have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke.
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.